Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strap up to your seats because the game's gonna start progressing here pretty soon. I mean, it's been progressing all playthrough, but we're really getting to the end. We're in the last section, the last third of the game, really, with a couple different areas. We got Kelp Forest over here. We got the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard over there, and you might be wondering, okay, well, where's the other area? It must be this theater, the Revenge of the Bride of Plankton's Other Brain. A long title. 40,000, that seems like a lot to get into a level. Oh, bad attitude. You need 40,000 shiny objects to enter the theater. Actually, no. This is a little bonus area where you can go in and see concept art of things they left out of the game, or things that were like mocked up and designed but not really ever made official and in the game. So actually the other area is right there where the exit sign is. And oh, okay, this works. Abso-positively.
I would
If I had pinkies.
Yeah,
Maybe later.
Attention, SpongeBob. This bubble's a doozy.
Paying my entire salary in
That's not very much.
When you're not moving,
I would imagine.
button, and you'll blow
Okay,
bubbles
press the
that
L
you can
button.
steer as it flies.
So,
Carefully, though.
yep.
You-
Basically, we are pressing L to blow a bubble up in the air. And look at that. It's the bubble missile. It's the cruise missile. Very similar to, oh my gosh, I wonder where they got the idea for the supersonic guitar move, whatever it was called in the movie game. We'll never know. But you hit all three of those because I want you to use it as practice for the cruise bubble. And wow, look at that. There's a spatula up here. But first, let me grab these shinies because, you know, money is important. Alright, and it would be tempting to just go ahead and jump down. It is kind of cool how you can see so much of Bikini Bottom from up here. I think this is the highest point in the game. But what we want to do right here, actually, obviously we want to be able to jump over here. So do that. If you double jump and spacer jumps out, and then you make sure to add a little attack in there that will slow your fall, you can get over here pretty easily. If you fall, you just jump right back up there. And now we've maxed out all of our underwear. We can hold up to 6 pairs of underwear. First, let's go in here because this is going to be a little bit quicker. We'll go in the chum bucket. Sorry if I'm a little sniffly. Woke up with some sinuses, but you know, we got to power through and record anyways. Let's go ahead and blow these guys up because you can get a lot of money from these suckers. Yeah, there you go. Collect some. Flash.
Police have confirmed that the robots running amok through Bikini Bottom are indeed coming from the chum bucket.
Yes.
Yes, right
Right where you're standing.
Plankton, owner of the chum bucket, and best known for the creation of robots whose sole purpose is to cause mayhem and destruction, has denied any involvement. And then stop
On your children. And stop on your children's children.
This has been a Bikini Bottom news flash.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. So look at this great menu we got here. We got the chum bucket. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it where it'll stay. We got chum bucket, chum fries, chum shake. We got chum on a stick, chumbalaya, chum chili, and chum pie. The chumbalaya is new. I like how there's crickets in here because, you know, nobody's ever in here. There's also tikis up here. There's really no point in trying to hit them, I guess. One thing, a spatula that, like, I don't even know how I found it. I think it was an accident the first time I ever found it. And it's one I've actually, people that are new to the game, they never find it up here because it's like, how would you know to get up here? But it's assuming maybe you accidentally get up here, and if you're jumping around, it's, you know, you might be like, oh, wait, what? Huh? And so then if you accidentally happen to go in here and climb up here and then figure out that you can wall jump and then wall jump up to the top and see the spatula, you know, there is one in there. So, but yeah, it's kind of assuming that you mess around. Or if you're close enough, I think it'll show up where it'll say, let me pause it and I'll look at what the menu says. Because, you know, sometimes it'll give little descriptions. Oh, a wall jump in the bucket. So if you're like, okay, maybe the bucket means chum bucket, where are we doing a wall jump at? We also only have 1 spatula left in Bikini Bottom and 2 socks left. We are actually going to get the other 2 socks and the last spatula. We're going to go ahead and clear Bikini Bottom out in this level, or this episode. Hit that dumpster right there. That's the one that for some reason I always struggled with. I could never remember to hit the dumpster. So we have 1 sock, 1 spatula left.
You don't look so good.
You gotta help me, boy.
Krusty Krab's been overrun by a bunch of them hoopin' robots in here. They've booted me out.
Oh no.
Worse, they've got hold of me beautiful shiny objects.
Not the shiny objects.
Krusty Krab? Is there no end to their evil? What are we going to do, Mr.
We, meaning you.
are going to clear the robots out, get me back me restaurant, and most importantly, rescue me money.
Alright, so basically we're gonna go in here. Yes, you can go in the Krusty Krab. The Krusty Krab is a little more busy, a little busier than the chum bucket. As you can see, before we even press A, there's a lot going on, and it's gonna get hectic, so just be ready. Immediately, the first thing I would do would be take out all of the annoying people. So take out the Chuck. These guys, we haven't actually seen them yet, but trust me, they get annoying. Then we want to get up here. What I would do immediately if you get up here, take out this guy. Take out the Chuck. And then the first thing you should do, I know I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. Obviously, take out the Duplicatotron. Once you have the Duplicatotron out, oh, I forgot about the, okay, that worked. Okay, so honestly, we have the majority of it done. We did it pretty easily. While you're in here too, go ahead and just destroy everything. Just hit everything you can, break all the tikis, collect all your shiny objects. The last robots that we have are those little guys that, you know, try to spray you with the lasers. I'm gonna try to destroy everything up here. You won't be able to destroy that that anchor, but yeah, make sure this is done. If you need underwear, there's some all around. You just have to look for it. All right, you destroyed all the robots. Cool, but before you do that, like I said, hit all the tikis, break every breakable thing in here. So, believe it or not, that can actually be kind of difficult because of how chaotic it is. There's many times I've died and been frustrated in there. Look at that. Money. So there is currency that's not just shiny objects. You can also, with the fart sound, of course, you can hit both the mustard and the ketchup. Fun fact for all of my viewers, I love ketchup, absolutely despise mustard. I will not eat it. I will not. But I'll eat ketchup. Oddly enough, I don't think it's my favorite sauce anymore. Ooh, and there's our last sock in Bikini Bottom. So, yeah. Oddly enough, as a kid, I despised ranch dressing. That's like I know it's a very white person thing to like use ranch as, I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's not just a white person thing. That's just how I've always viewed it.
You had me worried there for a bit, boy. Worried for me money, of course.
Worried for me money. Alright. But yeah, it should be noted, I just want to put it out there. While I am capable of doing some pretty white things, like finding salsa too spicy. You know, the chili salsa is too spicy for me. I don't find ketchup spicy. I'm not that white. But I am also Cherokee Native American, so you know, I gotta put that out there. Maybe I don't look like it, but I actually am like a third, or I forgot what my percentage is. Anyways, not important to the video at all whatsoever. Now that we've done all that, we can go ahead and move on to the area we need to. SpongeBob's Dream. You come over here, stand in the circle, press R, and actually, with the depth, it looks like SpongeBob's floating, because he's standing funny. But oh well. And we get this kind of weird, kind of cool animation, I guess. It's like a third person view of SpongeBob falling asleep. So does that mean that someone else is falling asleep watching SpongeBob? I think it's supposed to show that he's falling asleep. I get it. I think I've seen that on a boundary break thing. It's actually, it puts the camera there, and there's like a weird black eyelid that closes in front that you can't see, but it looks kind of weird if you were to like see the whole thing going on.
Gary? What are you...
Gary's here.
Oh, so I'm dreaming. Well, then first thing I'm gonna do is dream myself up a mustache.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary. It does make me look more rugged, doesn't it? Meow? More
Meow.
tasks? Well, I could use more... Meow! Meow!
Alright, so basically he's saying go to... I'll shorten it for him. Basically, there's a different dream island. So we're here, and all of this is technically all SpongeBob's dream. Which doesn't really make any sense because over there is Sandy's dream with her hovering over it. You go in there and you're in Sandy's dream. You go over there to Squidward's Tiki, you're in Squidward's dream. You know, and then Mr. Krabs' dream and the Krusty Krab, Patrick's and his. But SpongeBob is right over the pineapple. So, but when you go back here, you're just going back to the main game. You're going back to Bikini Bottom. So, a weird theory of mine I've had for a little bit, the last couple playthroughs when I've started thinking about that, is that this whole game isn't really happening. This whole game, the plot, the events of everything, is actually happening in SpongeBob's dream. Because, you know, the whole time, the game is SpongeBob's dream, and the level is kind of like the weird space that you can travel from one dream to another. So we don't really know what's actually going on in real Bikini Bottom, other than everyone's probably asleep. So you will have to do a little parkour in this section. It can get a little annoying. Also, the way that they organize these levels at the end kind of is a little odd. Like, it makes me feel like they didn't plan it out as well. Because one thing to note is that robot up there, we have not met before. And anytime the game gives you a new robot, like a new enemy, it always gives you a cutscene. It explains it. It talks about their name, how to defeat it. It doesn't this time. But once you go to Flying Dutchman's graveyard, it will gladly give that to you. Which Flying Dutchman's graveyard, in order of each level for like costs and also on the map screen, that's like the last area. So it's assuming that like you're gonna go. I don't know. It's just weird how they organize it. And there's a couple other instances of that too, like how in Bikini Bottom, like we just saw those the robots that will try to spray stuff at you, and we didn't get any explanation as to what those guys were. There is a little thing that I'm actually going to come back to it. I'm going to probably save this for last. You're supposed to use the bubble ball. It drops a little ball down where that door is, and it drops a ball down, and you have to try to follow it and then climb and use it to like jump up to that spatula at the very end. But if you die, then you have to restart and you climb all the way back here, and this dude can be kind of a menace. So I just like to save it until the end. So we're gonna do a little slide, and it's not gonna play the right music, so we get kind of an awkward, like weird trippy thing. Also, this level is interesting because most levels prior to this, and it does cost money to get into everyone's dreams, so definitely make sure to use all the shiny objects you can get, and you'll see there's a spatula up there. So we could go ahead and travel, you know, or I guess I should have said it doesn't cost money necessarily to get into a dream, but it will cost money to get to the, like, to traverse to the next dream. So in a way, yes, because you're not going to be able to get into the next dream if you don't pay for it, you know, unless you have some nasty good parkour. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and go in here. We'll come back to that. So yeah, like I said, make sure you're collecting money because you don't want to be stuck and have to go grind just to continue this level. But for other, what I was saying before this was that in every level, you either swap into Patrick or you swap into Sandy.
Everything in Texas is big.
even dreams.
Then you're just the right person to reach the spatula on top of that golden acorn.
My dreams, my rules. I'll get that spatula faster than a
Texas Jackrabbit crossing a 4-way highway. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's fast. You can also get a purple up here if you're very careful about it. I would do it kind of like that. You can get some shinies and a purple over there. You can change into SpongeBob, but it doesn't really do anything. Make sure you open this box up. But this level's a little... SpongeBob's Dream is a little odd because, you know, in the first area we went, you know, in terms of like the level order, we went Patrick, then Sandy, then back to Patrick, and then in the second set of levels we started with Sandy, and then Patrick, and then Sandy again. Whereas here, you play as Patrick in Kelp Forest, spoiler alert, and Sandy in the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. So, you know, we're kind of an odd number. What are we doing here? Well, we can see that we're playing as Sandy
Hello, Plankton.
in... Oh, I forgot there's another one of these. We don't have enough. Yeah, 2800. It's kind of brutal. We're going to have to come back to that. This is like a little pit stop area you can take a rest at if you need. But you need 2800 to get there, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'll also say somewhere up here is a path you can get to a sock. I forgot what the path is. I think try to aim up, if I'm not mistaken. I think you want to try to get as high as possible. Somewhere up here. Oh yeah, it's up here. You're gonna have to use this thing. Oh gosh, dude. Okay, I'll cut to when I get it. Okay, that was a little annoying because it doesn't quite get you as high as you need to go, so you need to time your jumps up right. But once you get up there and you swing, then there will be a sock, so we can get that one. Here's a checkpoint. So this whole slide, it's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. It's a little wonky and weird. It's like Texas themed. You might have to jump over that if you don't want to get hit. It's a little bit longer than any of the other slides we've done. There's a couple spots where the cows with hair and like denim jackets will throw pies at you. You know, so that's cool, I guess. At least we just hit a checkpoint. Down below is, I guess, supposed to be Texas, like a map of Texas. I'm not really sure. Oh yes, you'll definitely get hit. So sorry about that. But I'm just confused because in this area you do play as Sandy, but okay, really, buddy, really? I literally jumped over you, but it still hit me. But you don't play as Patrick anywhere in the level. Like, and it's really odd. Also, I'm going to jump down here because, I don't know if you noticed, but you can get a sock down here. I used to think it was that you had to defeat these guys. Also, Sandy's OP because she can just take that guy straight out, like, without having to destroy his shield. Really, you only have to do that for money. I also used to, you can technically walk around there, and I'd be like, oh, what if there's something, like, surely there's a secret around the corner if it'll let you walk over there. No, it's literally just to show you it's all modeled and you can walk over there. This part can get a little rough because it can be a little sharp of a turn, and the platform will start to get a little skinny and a little narrow towards the top. Just kind of make sure you're staying balanced. It's not too bad once you get the hang of it. So like right up here, it can get a little thin, and it'll narrow out right here. It gets a little sharp, but just kind of, you know, make sure you're paying attention. Swing around, and then we're gonna have a big old gap of cow manure. And also, because you're on a slide, technically, you carry a lot of momentum, so you don't have to hold and like swing back and forth. You really can just let go and it'll swing you in the right direction. Oh, pie. So we're probably gonna have to come back for that that other, oh, whoa. We're probably gonna have to come back for that other thing that Plankton was at. There we go. climb up and get this bad boy. I already know there's going to be some grinding for the shiny objects for Mr. Krabs. I already know. But hey, we're at 66 now. Just like good old Route 66. Okay, you can go and talk to him again, but if anyone was going to make it down this sky slide, it was going to be you. That's all he has to say. He's just going to glaze you. Then you don't get the purple again. That's the only weird thing, is that a lot of the shiny objects will respawn in each area, but not the purples. So now, just in order to get out of here, you have to transform, or I guess swap back to SpongeBob. Hit that, lower this down, then wait for it to raise back up here. It's such a small, minute complaint, but like I wish they were a little bit quicker, easier. That seems kind of silly to do all that just to get out of here. But now we've already paid that, so we can jump up here. And this is pretty much just land on platforms so that, you know. Oh, ta-da! And we have a spatula, another one. And now, just as the kids say, 6, 7, whatever that means. There's another 1,000, and we do have another 1,000 for that, so that's good. But again, we don't need that right now. We will hop into Squidward's Dream, which is not too bad. None of these are really that awful. They're all fairly short.
Cover your ears.
Cover your ears.
Mr. Krabs, what are you doing in Squidward's dream?
Hard time, boy.
Hard time,
Or at
boy.
least it feels like it. Do you think you can make it across this sheet of music to the golden spatula on Squidward's big nose?
On his big nose.
Don't worry, Mr. Krabs. I'll end this challenge on a high note.
Uh,
Good luck, boy. When you get there, try to wake him up. I'm running out of aspirin.
I'm wondering though, what are people doing in other people's dreams? That's your own problem, man. Just leave his dream. This is pretty much just platforming. If you like platforming, this is just a great big platform challenge. Each note is, you know, those are like your solid, your notes. These orange ones are gonna sound a little rough. They're the wrong note, so they're gonna fall. Then we got a little, I think this is sharp over here. I don't actually know that much about music. And I know it's for shame, because my wife's mom, I don't know why I didn't just say my mother-in-law. My wife's mom. My mother-in-law is a music teacher, and she plays piano and all these other instruments. So she'd probably be disappointed that I can't really tell you what all these music-related things are. I just know there's like, you know, because I played percussion in 6th grade. I was in my middle school band. You know, I know there's quarter notes, whole notes, half notes. I think there's like double notes or something, or maybe that's like when two of them are connected. And then I know like there's face for, like, you know, if they're in the spaces on the music sheet, and then if they're on the lines, it's every good boy deserves fudge, or every good boy deserves Fritos, as I always said, because I don't know why I was a corn chip maniac, so I loved Fritos. Or every good boy deserves freedom. I don't know. I'm sure there's other ones you could make up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I was getting into that. But, you know, there's sharp, there's trumpets, tubas, I don't know. There's drums, little hand, I forgot what you call these, tambourines, I guess. I was gonna say a hand drum. Whatever you call this, a hand drum. Oh, okay. Admittedly, that's a little bit harder to get in the remake, and I don't know why, but I just remember struggling hardcore with that. But we got that, so there's a sock. And there's only 3 socks in the whole area. I know that there is one more in the next dream we're gonna go to, and as far as the last sock, I think that it is over in that area with plankton that we did not go to. Alright, so then we're gonna bounce right back over here where we were. And hopefully not miss. Okay. Oh, okay. Now this one's a little scary because these are kind of far, like, spaced out. This will challenge your platforming right here. So this one you kind of have to really exercise your double jumps and your like using the attack to space out your jumps. But once you do that, it's not too bad. That's honestly the scariest part because they can look kind of far away. Here, you want to time it up to where you're landing on this, where it's close enough to jump to. Don't let those notes get too far away. These will move. And then you don't really need to go to that other note. I don't know why you would, unless you just want a blue shiny. It's not, if it were purple, I'd say sure, go for it, but they're really not that important. Like, you know, so yeah, and then you can go down here and grab the spatula on his nose. Grab that. You can go down here and grab a purple. Probably not a terrible idea because we need money. So see, unfortunately, we already don't have enough to go to the next area. So that's the unfortunate part, is that this game really wants your money. Let's see what Mr. Krabs says.
Good job. Now let's hoist anchor and get out of here.
Oh, also, okay, I made him. I totally forgot. We already paid for the next area. And luckily, the next area we get to is where we're going to make all of our money from here on out. Because this next area is... Okay, I guess not. Okay. I was waiting for this middle one to turn. If you see them about to flip... Oh, that was perfectly timed, dude. Any later and that would have been trouble. Let's see if we can... Oh, we missed. Okay, well... You can also just self-destruct it whenever you are ready. There we go. I was going to say, hit him for a purple, and then, you know, collect a purple here. This is where we're going to make a lot of our money. This is the... see, we don't have enough there yet, but we're about to. And that's honestly the last dream, so... Over there is Patrick, so... We're going to go in here to Mr. Krabs' dream.
Mr. Krabs is dreaming of the Krusty Krab.
What a surprise. I can't escape work anywhere. Whoa!
They're in each other's dream. Mr. Krabs was in Squidward's and Squidward's in Mr. Krabs.
Get that spatula and get us out of here.
It's like a shiny golden toothpick that holds together the
Golden
bond of-
toothpick.
We don't have time for this.
Alright, so this one is basically just a big battle simulator. You know, there's all three of those. There's 3 Krabby Patties. And this will show, oh, you kill a robot, one of those comes out. The gist here is that that's just like the stove light, or the grill light. There are 3 Krabby Patties. It's 3 type of enemies. And again, another type of enemy we have not encountered in a normal level with an introduction. So it'll be after the fact. So also, I mean, technically you could save this for the last one if you wanted to. I just do it first. I like to do it in order of the list on the, you know, the pause menu. But you can make an argument. You can do it in whatever order you want. It doesn't matter. You can leave one and come back. But what I was saying was 3 types of robots. There's the regular robot we've been seeing all over the game. There's the ink bubble guy. And then there's the little triplets in the little floaty swimming around. So you have to, because there's the bottom bun, the hamburger patty, lettuce and tomato. That's 4 enemies, or 4 different robots you have to attack. So once you kill 4 of them, you can make your way up to that robot, hit that Duplicatotron, and that type of robot will stop, you know, being produced. Once you hit all 3 of them and you destroy all of them, boom, you're done. Honestly, it's really not too bad. It can be a little hectic, but just kind of take it one at a time. So, you know, those guys have a pretty good range on there. The reason I said that this was such a... Oops. Oh, dang it. That did not work. I pressed the wrong button. The biggest way to make money here is just destroy these guys, destroy the ink bubble guys. They will make you money, and you know, that is good. So there you go. You honestly, like, you can kind of grind if you really want some money. Let me show you. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of, because I believe this is the little guys. I'm gonna get rid of them because they can be kind of annoying. And I'm gonna go ahead and go up here and grab. Oh, I didn't defeat enough of them. if you're really struggling, you could also always use the cruise bubble, but it could be a little confusing from so far away, and you can still get sniped from these guys. So that's what I always do anytime I need money, is I just but yeah, just spam kill the triplets and the ink guys, because they will give you lots of money you can make fast. So I'm gonna spend a little time doing that, and then finally when I get to actually beating the level, I will, you know, show that. Also, I forgot to include, you probably saw it earlier, there's a sock down here, so make sure to get that. Alright, I have now destroyed that robot Duplicatotron. Oh, you actually, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe you get 2 for killing the ink guys. That's even better. You can get 100 per each. 2 purples is pretty good. Now we need to kill one more of these guys, if they'll actually stop. If you haven't noticed, I know I didn't explain it. The main gist is with those guys is you want to hit the bottom one and then hit the rest before they do their big attack. So now all you gotta do is clear out the rest of the guys that are here, and no more will spawn in. So just, there you go. The rest is pretty easy, and you can see we have 5,000, which is like, I think the most that we've had at any point in the playthrough by a long shot. So there we go. Take care of this guy. Alright. Okay. We'll just hit him again. Okay. And I think that's all of them. Finally, spatula. Yay. And if you talk to Squidward, he wants his paycheck. He's asleep. And no one has even been in the... Well, actually, that's not true. Squidward was not in his own dream. Mr. Krabs was not in his own dream. But Sandy was in her dream. And technically, I guess SpongeBob is in his dream. So now we have the 1,000 to go over here. And we're going to have that 2,800 to go back in Sandy's dream and get the last part. So, you know, and we'll have a little extra too. So we can maybe put some of it towards... Oh gosh. Yeah, this part can be a little annoying. Do that. And then go over here. And voila. We're going to Patrick's dream. Also, I forgot to mention, we have 69 spatulas. Nice.
Patrick, you have a golden spatula. Give it here.
Not so fast, SpongeBob.
Not so fast.
You'll have to pass my test before you get this golden spatula.
Very well, sir. Challenge accepted.
Very well. Your challenge is to find the golden spatula.
You're holding it.
You did it! Now here is your reward.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's Patrick's dream. So I've seen rumors that Patrick's dream was actually supposed to have a his dream was actually supposed to have a challenge or a world or something in it. Like, I think that had to do with ice cream, but for whatever reason they changed it or took it out last minute, and they just decided to do that. And honestly, I don't mind it. It's kind of funny. It's very befitting of Patrick. If they'd done it with anyone else, I'd be like, no, it's lazy. Also, this thing used to creep me out as a kid because you can get really far away and it makes everything dark, and you can just, like, I don't know how far it goes, but you can just straight up get lost. Like, you can keep running and run the wrong way, and you just kind of have to try to run back into the light. I assume it's like a big circle room or square or something. I also always thought it was funny because you can run around to the other side of the gate, and it doesn't work. You have to be on the You have to be on the inside to go to the outside. And now we get out of here. Boo 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 boo. Wing. All right. And we have that spatula. So now there's only a couple that we need left. There are a couple left that we need. I don't know why I spoke like I had like speaking dyslexia. This is the one over here. Follow the bouncing ball was the one at the beginning we didn't do. And then there's the other one in Sandy's dream. And that will have a spatula and a sock, I believe. So I don't know if we can go back around. We might just want to go ahead and go to... Oh, why am I leaving? Might want to go ahead and go down sliding Texas style and just go to plankton. All right, here we are. After spinning 2,800, we still have almost 2,000 left. Exactly.
We're tough like that.
Oh, you'll need to be real tough.
I need to be real tough.
I could do it in my sleep.
You are asleep.
As I said, in my sleep.
Well, there's
True.
a golden spatula out there.
I'll do it so fast, it'll make your head spin faster than a horny toad on a merry-go-round.
Why can't I ever just dream normal?
Anyways, so now basically that's all it is swing, then kick yourself back up. And this one, you're gonna need a little bit of momentum because you're gonna be doing your both jumps and try to hover as far over as you can because then you gotta time it. And yes, you're gonna get whiplash from that fall and all that momentum. That's not too bad. Then you come over here. The spatula's way up there. Ooh. Okay. Now just try to get to the Duplicatotron as fast as you can because these guys will keep coming at you. Oh gosh, that's not what I was trying to grab. Grab that one. Okay, we're getting tossed around, man, like an egg salad sandwich. Oh gosh, we're about to die. Oh, yep. We got stuck. That's the only bad part is that sometimes you get stuck in really stupid animations like that. And you do have to do the swing again, so that mega sucks. But again, it's not too bad. It's more so just time consuming. The hardest one, like really, none of them are like that difficult. Just make sure you get enough distance. I guess this would be the hardest part is having to time your, time your jump. But yeah, definitely, like I said, get over here as quick as possible. Kick that guy on the way if you want. Get rid of these tikis. They'll help you not blow them up at the wrong time. Also, what the heck? Why did it already drop the spatula? I destroyed it earlier and it didn't drop it. I thought it was one of those you had to kill all the enemies. Okay. Well, maybe you don't have to destroy them all. Either way, for the sock, because I know the sock is over here. I know it is. You can't fool me. Oh yeah, you have to go over here. It's kind of off to the side. All right. So now we have all the socks, and I guess just go ahead and teleport to the beginning area, and then we'll go get the last spatula from there. All right, now that that robot's out of the way, wait till you're not all oily. The last thing you want to do is slip around. You're gonna bubble bowl in there. That's gonna fall down. If you can do it on the first try, that would be preferred because it can be annoying to have to climb all the way back up there again. What I like to do is kind of try to stay on the edge up here, jump up here, and yes, they did program you in a Krabby Patty to land on. Thank goodness, because that would be annoying if you died and it was like, what happened to you? You just died. So now we've cleared out SpongeBob's dream. Cool. And if you talk to Gary,
I know it's my dream.
I know it's my dream. Why don't you just stay? It doesn't really make sense. See, this whole thing about this space, like what? Like that doesn't make any more sense, this being his dream, because why is he dreaming about other people's dreams? Like his dream is just a sub area to get to other people's dreams. So that means that are those people, is that really their dream, or is that the dreams he wants them to have in their dream? I like my theory because it doesn't make any sense when you hover over that person's dream. You know, I think it should be that this is his actual dream. He's having a dream that all of this is happening. You know, maybe they went to sleep after they played robots, and when he woke up in the morning, it wasn't him really waking up. He thought he did, but it was actually just that he was still asleep. And you know, that I feel like that makes it a cool little plot. It's like, whoa. Also, I need to issue an apology because I realized that at the end of last episode I said, oh, we're gonna be going to my least favorite area in the game. That was not my least favorite area in the game. That was fine. It's an okay area. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I guess probably my favorite out of these last three, because these last three are probably collectively my least favorite. Next we will be going to Kelp Forest. And this is definitively my least favorite area in this game. And it's sad because the rest of the game is so amazing. It's not like this is a bad area, it's just that part that every time I play I'm like, kelp forest. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to let y'all go, and I will see you later in the week for Kelp Forest and more SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. We've only got 2 areas left in the game, so that means that, you know, we'll do this part on Friday and finish up the game next week. See y'all on Friday. Bye-bye.